Welcome back everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to discuss hyperpigmentation. It's the bane of my life at the moment. I've got a little bit of discoloration on my forehead. You probably can't see it online, but that's because I've covered it with some all-nighter foundation and a few little tricks. But basically I've got a little bit of sun damage, or it could be hormonal, I'm not sure, but it is a pain. But I'm going to show you how I rectify it until it fades of its own accord, and it will do with a little help of this, which is Niamh Side, and it's by The Ordinary Company. I've only just started using this. It's been recommended to me. I use a lot of their products, as you know from previous videos, but yeah, this is really good for reducing scarring. So it's good for acne scarring, rosacea, any sort of pigment sort of scarring. You know, sometimes when you get a pimple and you mess about with it, it leaves a scar. This sort of thing gets rid of it. And Niamh Side is really good for reducing pore size and reducing oiliness on the skin as well. So it's still beneficial to use as an all-day sort of go-to product. So that's really good. So what I would normally do in the morning is cleanse, tone, moisturise. But before I put my moisturiser on, I put this on first. And then I put my primer on, and then I have to tackle the problem of hyperpigmentation. So as you can see here, my makeup is on from this morning. You can't really see anything, I hope. I'm going to take this area off just to show you what I do to cover the discoloration that I've currently got. So I'm going to use a cleanser, cream cleanser, because it's quicker. I normally cleanse my face with a gel wash off cleanser because I prefer to have water on my face, but for today's purposes I will do it with this, and it's a lovely, it's by Alpha H, and this cleanser removes anything. So all the 24-hour type makeup, anything heavy duty, this will remove it in one swipe. And I normally use it for eye makeup if I've got waterproof mascara or something like that on. It's really good for removing that. So this is where I've got the problem. So I'm just rubbing on, as you can see, some cleanser. Take it off with a cotton pad. And there you can see it. I don't know if you can actually. Hope you can. Yeah, it's not very nice. I don't like it, but I'm stuck with it for the time being until it fades of its own accord. So what I would do, I'd put a little bit of moisturiser on, and then I would prime my skin so that the makeup goes on very nicely and glides on. And what I would use to cover that pigmentation is Urban Decay's All Nighter Foundation. This is really good as an all-over coverage. It hides a multitude of sins. It's unbelievable, and only a little pea size, less than a pea size, is needed for coverage of any scarring. Some people wear it as an all-over foundation. I couldn't do that. It's far too heavy for me, but it's really good stuff. I actually use two colours. Well, I've got two colours. One I use for the summer months when I'm a bit darker, and one's for the winter if I want to cover anything. The winter one is colour 5, and I use that in the summer for highlighting under the eye because it's quite light, and I use the 7.5 one in the winter to cover in the summer to cover the hyperpigmentation because I'm a bit darker now. So what I would do is I would dab a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and it's that much that I'm using. Yeah, it's really not a lot of concealer. Well, it's not concealer, it's foundation, but for me it's a concealer. I wouldn't use it as a foundation. And I would take a little blending brush and blend it, popping it on the area. So the problem here is the only place I'm putting it, because my foundation will go everywhere else. So now I've dabbed the all-nighter foundation on my forehead, and I think you can see it's covered it quite well. And what I'm going to do is just set it with a little bit of translucent powder. It's going everywhere. Okay, so that's covered the whole area. So now that I've done that, it's looking quite flat, one-dimensional. So what you need to do is to add a little bit more colour around the temple area. So I go for maybe this colour, and it's a L'Oreal bronzer. I'm just going to dab it on the temples, on the hairline. Blend it in. You see that? Blend it in nicely, and then you go for maybe a little bit of highlighter, and I'm going to go and just dab a little bit of this light highlighter down the centre here. Compact powder by Black Up as well. Okay, and this will just give me an all over coverage. So hopefully now you can see that the hyperpigmentation has disappeared, and it's given a good all-round coverage. So that's what I would suggest you do. If you do have any hyperpigmentation problems, I suggest you use the Open Decay All Nighter Foundation. Try and get the right shade for you. Or what you could do is you could ask the sales assistant if she could just put a little in a sample pot, and then you go home and try it. I do that all the time, and then you can decide which one you want, and then again you can mix and match too to get the right shade for yourself. And these would last a really long time, because I think they're about 30 or 50 mils in each. They're about £28 each, and these have lasted me nearly a year, because I use the lighter colour for the under eye anyway. So yeah, they last a long time, so it's a very good investment. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and the tips that I've given you on discoloration of the face. And if you did like my video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.